Thank you. And I thank Sinn Féin for the opportunity, but I share the same concerns as my colleague John Collins in relation to this particular motion, because you can't do this motion, and I welcome Sinn Féin's work in relation to the opportunity to speak on it. We can take any report. The Housing Commission report, which asks for a reset of policy, we've never discussed it. I'll take more recent reports, and the report from the European Federation of National Organisations Working with Homelessness, August 24. Ireland has experienced a drastic increase in the number of people in emergency accommodation over the last 10 years, significantly since the introduction of HAP. And then they go on to tell us it's a confluence of a number of factors: the shortage of social and affordable housing exacerbated by the austerity measures, soaring rents in an unregulated rental sector. The increased number of families in homelessness rose sharply at the beginning of 2014, and I remember it well, which was when excessive dependence on the private housing market entered a new page. And so to mitigate that loss, we brought in HAP. And not only did we bring in HAP, we brought it in as a permanent measure to keep. The only solution was to get a private house, and the government would pay. And I'm going to come to the Simon report now in relation to the top-up payments that are also part of this system, which is really shocking. So I stand here today, and I'm going forward to the people for election, and I'm going to be saying the exact same thing all over again, except matters are much, much worse. And so, Simon report, this is their 35th snapshot. I want to pay tribute to them. And it's noteworthy that the minister, the senior minister, didn't even refer to it. In fact, I've never heard him refer to the Simon report, who know exactly what the situation is on the ground, and it's hopeless. And I use that word with great caution. So it's the 35th snapshot over 3 days, looking at what properties are available everywhere. And they look at it in different categories, which I won't go into. And what do they tell us? That the report comes in the context of a private rental sector characterised by unaffordability, volatility, and an overall lack of supply. Outside of Dublin, a bleak situation continues, and they go on to tell us why is that. And so if we take Galway City, there are no houses available under the HAP scheme, either at the ordinary level or whatever the term is, and the discretionary level. I have somebody on the phone, like all TDs have, who's currently living in a hotel with a 6-month-old baby and his wife or partner, homeless, and they're there for the last 6 months. There's absolutely no hope for that family to get a home or a house. They're being told to go on choice-based letting. Everybody on the waiting list in Galway is insulted by told, go on the choice-based letting. So we have hundreds, if not thousands, looking at a house that they're never going to get. And that's what they're being told to do. Rents, Simon tells us, new tenancies, all new tenancies, 16% higher. And then they go on to tell us about eviction notices. And they tell us in the first quarter and second quarter of this year, 8,845 households received notices. That's in addition to the 19,011 households that received eviction notices last year. Just bear that now in mind, Minister. And tenants are increasingly forced to pay top-up payments. Do you remember they did it under the counter? But now government policies, oh no, you must pay it over the counter top-up. So they pay the local authority rent and then a top-up, and the taxpayer pays the rest. Record levels of homelessness continue. 14,000, I said, 486 men, women and children. That includes 4,419 children. Now, I could go on, and I'd like to, because I'm not here to trade insults. I'm here to say your housing policy, the last government's housing policy, has utterly failed. You went and relied on the market. You made a home into a commodity to be traded and sold, and not recognised the value of a home for our health, for a person's ability to participate in society. And this trading of insults across to the main opposition party, from the minister, etc., is absolutely depressing and unacceptable, and an insult to the people, I have to say, who are living in Galway with absolutely no hope of a house. I agree with my colleague that an integral part of the solution is Public housing on public land. The prices of houses have to come down. It's insulting to say affordability is 500,000 or 400. It's an obscenity. I haven't enough strong words to describe what's happening here. The very fabric of society depends, the social cohesion, on people having a home, the basic sense of security, so they can let their children go to school and help them and have continuity. You have broken all of that. You have broken the social contract utterly and completely, and a wise government, but I'm waiting for that wisdom, would say, this is wrong, we need a reset like the Housing Commission has asked for.